Good evening. Welcome to ETS Daily News. Our main headline tonight: the restoration of relations between Korea and Japan has been a political hot potato ever since. And the solutions to the long issue seems to finally come in sight. Let's hear from Soo-hyun, a professor of political science at ETS University.
Good to see you again. This is Soo-hyun Lim. With the upcoming trilateral summit among Korea, the United States, and Japan in Camp David, people from both Korea and Japan are looking forward to seeing a reconciliation from this meeting. One of the ways to normalize the relations is to reinforce the cooperation of national security, considering the distinct characteristics of the area having no likelihood to follow a diplomatic path of nuclearizing the peninsula. The three nations could work together in its national defense. The trilateral summit is expected to have the result of meeting at least once a year for trilateral talks and hold joint military exercises to deter North Korea's nuclear threat and other significant geopolitical challenges. This security cooperation would not only make us ready to deal with the global range of threats, but also normalization of the relations between two countries.
Well, then, considering historical issues, do you think the Korea Japan alliance is practically possible?
Yes, if the Korea-US-Japan Security Alliance is formed at the meetings, there may be strong backlash from domestic forces demanding an apology for Japan's colonies. But people know that a realpolitik approach is important. According to the Korea-Japan Mutual Recognition Survey, published in 2018 to 2021, the public is aware of both the great economic utility of improving Korea and Japan relations and the unfortunate cost of lasting conflicts with Japan in diplomacy. Moreover, Japan is originally a geopolitically close country to South Korea, and it is also aware of the threat to China and North Korea. As a result, it seems possible to improve national relations through security cooperation.
Now, back to our newsroom, we have invited an economist to explain the case in another point of view.
Well, thank you for inviting me in. One economic indicator that is worth analyzing is international trade. A recent issue Korea and Japan had was the whitelist exclusion trade friction. This happened to totally break down the semiconductor supply chain, which was a very crucial export item both to Japan and Korea. To normalize the semiconductor supply, the two countries must cooperate in their specialized industry, the manufacturing technology of Korea and the device technology of Japan. Once the trading supply chain becomes stable, it will benefit both Korea and Japanese business fields and improve the stance of the two countries. Further, active economic interactions between Korea and Japan, such as building a semiconductor factory in Japan with the Korean capital, may accelerate the relationship improvement.
So, assigning duties in a series of trading processes and intensifying the link between each process is what you're trying to suggest. That totally is a practical way of solving the disputes in Korea and Japan.
That's right. Also, Korea and Japan can reinforce their cooperation on eco-friendly energy technology, which is closely related to economic cooperation. Sustainable development being emphasized, hydrogen energy draws the world's attention these days. However, while Korea has robust technology that utilizes hydrogen energy, such as hydrogen car production, it lacks hydrogen generation technologies. On the other hand, Japan's hydrogen generation technology has developed rapidly since 2015. The number of hydrogen technology patents required in Japan was more than 400 as of 2020. Through the hydrogen technology of each country, Korea and Japan will be able to establish a mutually cooperative energy system.
I guess nothing can be more efficient in reaching a harmony than bonding in the most practical field: trade and economic affairs. Considering all these points, we now know that the political estrangement between Korea and Japan can be improved by the work of different kinds of fields, including international security and world economy chain. As far as we all try to delve into fundamentals and not the superficial appearance, Korea and Japan will find its way to a harmony at the end of the day. This was Jungwon, and have a great night.